Hey guys, Nerdy Unicorn Lex here. Today my uncle is going to show you how to use a breadboard, but there are a few things about safety you should know before starting. Never let the positive and negative wires of your battery pack come in contact with each other, or you'll get what's called a short circuit. The batteries will quickly drain, overheat, and possibly start a fire. Also, to make things more simple, no resistors are being used in the circuits you're about to see. So make sure the voltage of your battery pack is low and you're either using a green or blue LED since those can withstand the highest voltages. 2 1.5 volt AA batteries acting as a 3 volt power supply will do. Okay, Uncle Will, teach us about breadboards.
So you've probably seen one of these rectangular shaped pieces of plastic and wondered what it is. Well, this is a breadboard. And a breadboard has two primary functions. Function number one, a breadboard will hold in place the devices that you're trying to electrically connect together as you figure out exactly how you want to connect them. Function number two, a breadboard will allow electricity to flow through your devices. If you were to take a breadboard and remove the sticky side from the back, what you would find are a bunch of metal rods that are all separate from each other. Each of these metal rods you see on the back, they're not touching each other. And then there's a gap that goes in between the breadboard, separating the metal rods on the left side from the metal rods on the right side. And if you were to remove one of these metal rods, what you would find is that each of these metal rods has a pincher at the end of it that's meant to grip whatever device you plug into your breadboard. So it could be a LED, it could be a wire, it doesn't matter. Which means you need to push your devices as far on your breadboard as you can so that the metal of your device comes in contact with the metal that's inside of the breadboard. To demonstrate the usefulness of a breadboard, I want you to connect this circuit with me and we're gonna light a LED together. The first thing you need to do is take a battery pack. Find the red wire, the positive end, the side that electrons will be leaving from this battery pack. And you're gonna plug that into one of the rows of your breadboard. The next thing you wanna do, take your LED. Take a good look at it. You'll notice that one of the legs of the LED is longer than the other. The long leg of the LED, I want you to plug that into the same row of the breadboard that the red wire is in. The short leg of the LED, I want you to put that into a completely different row of the breadboard. And then that short leg of the LED, that leg needs to be connected to the negative terminal, the black wire of the battery pack. Now, in order to make sure that you really understand what's going on here, I want you to use arrows to show the direction that electrons are moving through the circuit. That's very important that you understand that moving on. This is how current moves through this circuit. It all starts with the red wire of your power supply. This is where the current is coming from. Those electrons travel through this red wire and then up this metal rod in the breadboard. Remember those metal rods? Those same electrons travel up the long wire of the LED. In the LED, those electrons travel out of the LED, down to the short leg of the LED, down back to the rods of the breadboard, and then back to the power supply. We're going to use the other side of the breadboard now and see if we can get the same results. To do this, the first thing you need to do is just disconnect everything from the breadboard except for the red wire of the battery pack. You can leave that there. The next thing you want to do, take your LED, find the long leg, and connect that to the same row as the red wire of the battery pack. The short leg of the LED, I want you to put that on the opposite side of the breadboard. There's a gap separating two sides of the breadboard. Make sure the short leg is going to the opposite side of the breadboard. The last thing you need to do is take the black wire of the battery pack, the negative terminal, and you want to put that in the same row of the breadboard as the short leg of the LED. You've just connected a very similar circuit to the one you had before.
Lastly, I want to show you how this could work on a bigger breadboard with long rails on the side. You see these two rails on the side? They're called buses. The metal in the buses extend the entire length of the breadboard. So you could have hooked the circuit up like this and got the same results. The negative bus is usually used to connect to the ground of your power supply, and the positive bus gets connected to the positive end of your power supply. Well guys, that pretty much covers the basics of a breadboard and how it is used.
If you found this video entertaining or feel that it made learning robotics slightly easier, do me a favor and hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.